2.
All right.
Yes. Okay. 3, 2, 1. And we're live. All right, back round 2. Round 2, baby.
We're back in this.
We're going to hit it up. All right, well, we got this as a chaser, but I know we have a little juice left in the...
Well,
Dude,
extra
it kind of bums me out that this isn't sold here.
Yeah, you can only find it in just a select amount of
Did
countries.
you just buy a bunch and just you brought it back and this is the last of your stores? This
so,
is
I
can I keep this here as like a memento?
Please do. Yeah, so anytime I can look back and be like, something unique.
I should keep a little
Alter
bit,
Egos set.
Yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm thinking about doing, man? I'm thinking about putting like a little shelf back there. Just keeping little mementos of like everybody.
Yeah, some little reminders of this.
This is cool, man. I've never seen anything like this. So
a
cheers to you. Everyone should have a toast.
Ugh, extra sauce.
Too jossy. I'm just gonna try to
We'll rinse that one out.
get whatever's left.
Yeah, I love the extra sauce. It's a great way to start the day.
I'll tell you what, man. I fucking hate vodka.
Yeah, it's a rough one, right?
I don't know why vodka shots are like a thing.
The Fleshmans. Do you think that's what? Too many times.
Too many fleshies. I don't know, dude. I'm just not a big vodka guy.
Yeah,
I'm just not.
I think it's I think it's a good intro.
I've never found a good vodka. Like alcohol to me is an adult drink because you don't develop the taste buds to taste
to get it right
until later.
Yeah.
Alcohol can be very complex.
Yeah.
And it can be incredibly
layers.
It can be layered, but it can be
things.
It can be very satisfactory
mm-hmm.
when you find something where you recognize those layers. When you're like, oh my god, like I do taste that vanilla, I do taste that citrus, I do taste that.
Yeah.
And it's very pleasurable.
Yeah. To
have something a cocktail that is wonderfully crafted, and when you sit down at a nice restaurant and they bring you a cocktail and you're like, that is delightful.
Yeah.
There's a certain joy to it that a child would never be able, and not even just because it's alcohol, but like
just the layers of complexity. A kid wouldn't be able to pick that up and be like, I know why I like this.
You know, they have juice and water, but like you couldn't pick up like
sweet
that
that
has notes of vanilla.
Yeah.
That has notes of sage.
Yeah.
That has an earthal tone.
For instance, whatever. I was in Louisville this summer, and I got to go to check out the Old Forester.
Great place. My family lived in Louisville. Go UK. Shouts out to Evelyn.
Big shout out to Louisville.
Cats by 90.
C-A-T-S. Cats. There we go. And yeah, they had like bourbon tastings while I was in Louisville, and I tried those out, and it's like the same thing that you say. It's like before, when I was younger, I wouldn't be able to taste this, like the smokiness, or maybe like the heaviness of this, or like the balance of that, or the botanicals. They love that word, botanicals.
The botanicals, gin, Jägermeister.
Yeah, I never knew gin was like
a botanical.
Yeah, it is. Lots of
botanicals.
Lots of what's the word? Pine needles.
Yeah.
That's what I get. Yeah. I feel like I'm drinking Christmas with gin.
Yeah.
But perhaps it's one man's take on it.
But it's fucking wonderful, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's what I'm excited. The more money I get, the more I try to like not drink as often. But like, for example, where I could buy 230 racks in a weekend, just buy a bottle of like expensive stuff and really try to savor it. Yeah. Whether it's whiskey, I've gotten really into tequilas lately.
Okay.
I've gotten some really good tequilas. Okay. I'll tell you what. So, I don't know if you know Gina. She's a Pi-Fi, Gina Bovey.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she lives with my girlfriend, and her boyfriend was over to visit, and we were having a little Taco Tuesday night, just hanging out. And I'm like, "You guys want some more?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm down." So I go and I pick out a tequila just because it looked kind of cool. It's called Espolón Tequila.
Yeah, okay.
I had like a cool bottle or whatever, and it was about $20. So I was like, oh, whatever, I'll get it. Like, fuck. Because I hate Jose Cuervo. And that's what people don't understand. And Aaron taught me this.
Yeah.
Most people who hate to say they hate tequila don't hate tequila. They hate Jose Cuervo. And so
Specifically.
I got this tequila, and I was like, all right, I'm have it. And then I brought it over, and he's like, oh, I actually I don't really fuck with margs, but I'll take a tequila shot with you.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, fair enough. I personally love margaritas. Big margarita fan. And he was like, no, I don't fuck with them. And I was like, all right, I'm down. So we pour ourselves a couple shots, and it's just me and him, and bring out some salt, cut a lime.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. And we take the shot, and we like go, and we're like holding the lime, and like I'm processing it, and he's processing it, and we like look at each other, and we just both put the lime down.
Like, that's good. That's
and we just look at each other. I was like, dude, it was the first time ever I've even of alcohol where I've just been like, I don't need a chaser.
Yeah,
it was
that
smooth.
Uh-huh.
It was delicious. It was a tasty tequila.
Yeah,
it went over really nice, and I didn't need a chaser for it. I could just enjoy it by itself. Great margaritas, and I've been going to Boondocks.
Okay,
and ordering because they have it there. Tequila waters.
It's just tequila.
When we
water,
played Michigan State, Arizona played Michigan State a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
A big squad of us went. It was me, Jack, Max, Webby, Eric. We went, and Jevons was like, "Yo, like, what do you want to drink?" I was like, "Let me get you a drink first."
Yeah,
so I got some whiskeys for us, and we drank some whiskeys. And then he was like, he comes up. They don't have wild turkey.
Okay,
oh, man. I haven't drinking wild turkey in a while because it does things to you.
Yeah.
So when Eric got married, we all shared a wild turkey before. Have you? It's on my Instagram.
Yeah, it's like the turkey.
We literally went to like right before we went to the venue, and it was the whole wedding party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the boys of the wedding. What do you call it? The groomsmen. Thank you. And we had a bottle of turkey, and we were all just passing around. The people said, you can't bring that in here. You can't bring outside alcohol in there.
Okay.
So we just sat outside of the botanical gardens here in Phoenix, and we were just passing around a bottle of wild turkey, just killing it. Deliciously gross stuff.
Yeah. It sounds like wild turkey.
And but no, we got some whiskey, and then he was like, what do you want later on? And I was like, yo, get us tequila waters, but get Espolón tequila. He's like, really? I was like, dude, trust me. First of all, he used to drink tequila water, so I don't know why he was questioning me. But
Jevons,
he was one. Him and what's his name? Fucking shit, he's gonna kill me for him. I'm sorry, I'm hammered. What's his name? Who hangs out with him? Joey. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Joey's like my best fucking friend. All right. Whatever.
Shout out Joey.
Him and Joey.
My little.
Him and Joey. There you go. Him and Joey used to drink tequila waters, and they're like, it's dank, and I just like never tried them. But anyway, I tried them.
Are they still around?
Joey actually does not live here anymore.
Yeah, I thought he would go back to Georgia, to Denver. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Denver, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, we get tequila water. He's like, dude, this is delicious. This is great. Blah 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 blah. We hang out. Second half, we go down to Tempe and we go to Whiskey Row, and we get more tequila waters, but they didn't have Espolón. They had Casamigos tequila. It was fucking nasty.
Yeah.
It's fucking nasty. We were like, dude, fuck this. We like could barely drink it.
No mas.
So I'm telling you, man, I haven't had too much experience, but Espolón tequila, it's a fucking clear tequila, but their brown one is probably pretty good. I haven't gotten into sipping tequilas yet, but it's pretty good. And I'm really excited. I'm getting this Plantation Pineapple Rum. It's called Plantation Pineapple Rum. It's about a $40 bottle, and it's rum. Always loved rum.
Right.
Rum and whiskey. I'm a rum and whiskey man. I love the darks. Love the darks.
Okay.
And that's what I that's what I dig. That's what I dig, man.
That's where you like to find yourself.
Yeah, that's where I'm not a big cognac fan. I'm not a big
a little
like
too
brandy
heavy,
fan. Brandy's too syrupy. Yeah, too sweet for me.
Okay.
But I prefer Scotch. I prefer Scotch.
Okay. Fine age.
Over bourbon.
Okay.
But Scotch, bourbon, rum, tequila. That's my shit.
That's the order.
That's my shit.
You know what? I've been drinking a lot of like craft beers. So like
craft beers
sounds like you're like on the spirit kind of thing, but I'm so into like the craft and like the different ways of doing things of like what's a light beer versus a dark beer. How do you get into the specifics of things?
Fuck with,
like the ingredients
with ambers,
and stuff.
Dude. Ambers are
Amber ales are they're pretty good. Like
bring me an ale.
Yeah, right here.
You ever had Big Blue Van?
No, I can't say I have.
Before you leave the country, Because
Again.
knowing
Yeah,
we're going to Europe soon.
little flight risk
Germany,
over
Sweden, we're going out there soon. Before you head out to Germany, make sure you get a big blue van.
Okay.
You can probably get them at Bevmo or Total Wine. Get a 6-pack. Do you like Fruity Pebbles?
I fuck with some Fruity Pebbles, man.
Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah.
Of course you do. You're a rap connoisseur. Of course you fuck with Fruity Pebbles.
That's
Fruity Pebbles are delicious. Little Yachty's favorite. Come on the show.
See you soon.
But it's a blueberry beer. I believe it's a lager.
Okay.
But it tastes like Fruity Pebbles to me.
Yeah.
They have a draft at Q Club over here on Mill.
Oh,
if
true.
you want to just go get a draft, if you guys hit Mill.
Hit on Mill soon.
But it's good. It's good. I really like it. It's not something.
Would you say it's heavy? Would you say it's a little bit lighter?
Very light. Very light. It's
light
not
and
something.
Kind of fruity?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not something you want to drink a lot.
Right. Say it's pretty sugary.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not something you're going to be chugging. It's not a good beer where you're like, I'm going to get this beer all the time. Like, I love Blue Moon. Like, Blue Moon's like my very commercial beer that I like to get.
That's the go-to. Yeah.
You're not going to get it. But to have a 6-pack around every once in a while.
Yeah, bust one of them open.
It's a very, craft beers can say they have all this shit. Sometimes the flavors are a little dull.
Yeah.
When they say like, oh, we have vanilla, we have citrus, we have this. I can taste it, but it's
faint.
It's very faint.
Yeah.
This is strong on the palate.
You know what
exactly.
you're ingesting. Gotcha. So this summer it was great to kind of experiment with some great craft beers like throughout the Pacific Northwest, like Montana, Colorado, Utah, Idaho, Washington, Oregon. They all have great breweries.
You've been driving around there? You've been traveling?
Yeah, so the job that I had just
So you don't even fuck with just like
one
exterior.
place, just staying here, staying there. I'm
you're
constantly
traveling
moving,
the states
man.
too.
Yeah,
you're
in
domestic
the US.
and international.
I really am, dude. It's backpacking's a lifestyle for me, not just like a few months.
Okay,
it's kind of been real.
You done Europe yet?
I'm about to go to Europe.
Oh, you're going to Europe?
Yeah, very soon. I'll be flying out of JFK Airport on the 23rd
of this month.
Of October 23rd, we'll be flying out to Europe. Be traveling with my girlfriend and seeing 6 or 7 different European nations before heading back to Asia.
Wow.
And seeing those as well. So it's a big.
You going
trip.
to Oktoberfest or what?
No, man. So fun fact: Oktoberfest is actually the last 2 weeks of September and a little bit into October. So Oktoberfest is just kind of like the term
it's
that's
ending
nice.
Right now.
So it's pretty much it's pretty much wrapping up as we speak on October 4th. So Oktoberfest, you think like, oh, maybe it's Halloween, maybe it's this. Doesn't really fall into that time. It's only that September, beginning of October phase. So unfortunately,
I think I'm planning on heading out there next year.
Yeah,
to Oktoberfest. My cousin lives in Karlsruhe, Germany.
Okay,
I believe he still lives there.
Okay,
but I know he lives in Germany, and it's been way too long since I've seen him. And I'm planning on heading out there. Haven't done anything yet. Nothing's concrete yet, but that's my plan. I want to do Japan in May. I want to do Tokyo in May.
Word. Okay.
Me and Staley really want to go out there.
Japan's supposed to be sick. Japan's supposed to be really, really nice.
And I don't want to bring down the mood, but I've traveled a lot as a kid.
Okay.
But within the States.
Okay.
My family's not from the States, so when we got here, they wanted to see the States. I was born in England, actually, if you didn't know. I was born in Bradford, England.
Okay.
And I believe I was conceived somewhere in France. They don't want to tell me, but I like
those details are a little fuzzy.
I like to think. My parents watch the show. They're going to text me. They're going to be like, no, you were conceived here. And I was like, it's fine. Let me believe.
Whatever.
France, whatever. But I was born in England,
okay.
And they were doing their PhD, and then we came back to Mexico, and then we came to the States, and then I've toured a lot of the States, and I've seen pretty much every state. I'm trying to think. The only states I have not been to are the Dakotas,
okay,
and Minnesota,
okay,
and the New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Vermont, New Hampshire,
and I'm saying
Maine,
I'm saying
out
that
the way.
I'm saying that as in including passing through. For example, I've never done more than pee in
so
like
if you're saying like
Tennessee.
you had a layover in the Dallas Fort
No,
Worth airport.
I don't count layovers. I
Okay.
count driving.
Okay, so you left the airport.
So for example,
is where you count that.
So for
Or
example,
like driving
I've gone
through?
to Atlanta. I've gone to like New Orleans and
Okay.
stuff. But I did one time, and then my family lived in Kentucky for a while in Louisville. We lived in Michigan.
Okay.
My dad and I went to go see the Indianapolis Colts.
In Indianapolis.
They played the Kansas City Chiefs, 2014, second greatest comeback of all time. Andrew Luck, rest in peace. He died, actually. He's dead.
Best of luck. Spirit lives on.
He died. But for example, we went to Miami, like I told you.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle lived in Miami, and then we went to Orlando, see fucking Disneyland, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we drove from Orlando back to Louisville, and we went through like Tennessee and Nashville. We never stopped anywhere else before like a quick lunch, you know.
Yeah.
But I would count that. You know, I was in Nashville. I drove through Nashville. I never count layovers though.
Okay, I don't think you should.
But if
count
you drive through them,
then
if you peed in a state,
I mean,
it should count.
That's a pretty good way of measuring things. Yeah, I never count layovers. If I had a layover here or there, I haven't been to that state. I've been to that airport. I haven't been to the state.
Yeah,
fair enough. Doesn't count. Driving through is another thing. Like, the job that I had here in the States was as a tour guide, like through the contingent 48 states. And we went through 33 out of the lower 48.
Gotcha.
And so...
I haven't been to Hawaii and I haven't been to Alaska, actually. Gotta say that.
Have been to Hawaii. Just went to Honolulu, working on Alaska.
I need to see Martin, dude. Webby and Basil went out.
Yeah?
No more than like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they had a killer time. And I love Martin.
Beautiful.
I love Martin. Martin's always been that dude who's just... That kid is so interesting. I would love to have... If I was to go out there, I would bring my cameras and my mics and chat with Martin. Like one-on-one. Like, no lights, whatever. But, dude, Martin is a fucking great kid. That kid does not give a fuck. And no. I haven't been to... I don't know where he lives. I know he lives in Hawaii, but I don't know what island. But they had a fucking killer time.
Honolulu is one of the biggest like metro areas in Hawaii.
I don't think he lives on Honolulu.
Okay, then maybe the big island like Hilo. You know, I don't know. Martin can always say what's up.
Yeah, but
confirm the details.
But yeah, that's what's going on. And so basically, what I was saying is I've done a lot of that. Staley has done a lot of that. She's originally from China. She wants to go back to where she was adopted from. She was adopted from Nanjing.
Okay.
Which, if you ever heard, the rape of Nanjing, or
is that when Japan was there?
Yes.
Yes, and that's why you're nervous about
Japan. That's the city,
Japan.
and it became Nanjing. It was something else before, I think, but that's where she's from, and she wants to go over there. And I was born in Bradford, England. I'd like to go over there, but I just see a lot of people do the whole Europe thing, you know.
Yeah.
London, Paris,
the major cities,
Barcelona. Yeah, like
I'm hitting. Disclaimer: I'm going to all those cities,
and that's fair, and that's fair. But like before, we had this idea of doing Oktoberfest. We really just thought, we're like, what do we want to do together that's different? And I'm gonna get a little emotional, but Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace, once said that the craziest city he ever fucking went to was Tokyo. Because as an American, he was from Massachusetts, I believe. It was the craziest change in culture.
Yeah,
that
the
he's
Japanese
ever
culture
experienced.
is just something that
I love sushi. Not a big like anime fan, but whatever. Like I've watched one or two.
Yeah. There's parts of all cultures you like and don't like.
I admire their serenity and the peace, and like Kyoto and Tokyo seem like amazing places to go. And Nathan Tom just went. And
shout out Nathan Tom.
And I'd love to talk to him and see how his experiences were, because he said it was amazing. And it's just it's a crazy place. It's something so different than anything we experience here. And I think that's what we're going to do in May, and then we're going to go in October to Germany, hopefully see my cousin, and then we're going to stay there for a little bit and then go to the Alps. I've always wanted to go to the Alps.
Yeah.
My cousin just went there. He said it was amazing.
I've always wanted to see the Alps as well. I feel like Switzerland would be crazy. About to hit into Austria as well. Like Vienna is supposed to be just a wild time. Seeing the snow, seeing the architecture. It's one of the like oldest cities of everything. We're gonna go train through the Alps and just like get a real relaxed time through that. So yeah, I'm really excited about that area, about those like geographic features, and yeah, just really looking forward to what we got. Backtracking a little bit on the like Japan train. As I was traveling, I had met somebody who had traveled extensively, and just kind of asked him like, what is like the craziest place you've been able to travel to? And she said, without hesitation, without like a second guess, Japan. First answer. Was so confident in it, and just the fact that like the way that people treat each other and how they treat the area around them and how they understand what they do. Like if you throw like a piece of trash on the ground, somebody else is going to see it. Like it's not invisible. Somebody else is going to see it. And the fact that you don't want to inhibit somebody else's experience or somebody else's day by whatever means that might be, whether it's like something as small as a gum wrapper or like cutting somebody off in traffic. Like that's just, it's just not present within the Japanese culture. They're really understanding of how people, work together and how there's knock-on effects to everything you do.
They have a very big, like, respect
for each other.
Yeah.
Like, even as far as, like, say there's road work. Like, a lane is closed or, like, something, you gotta stop for something. We have people that, like, have stop signs or that are doing the work. There's one person, their entire job, the reason that they are on the team is to bow and thank people for their patience as they pass by.
That would be like, fucking great in Tempe. Half this fucking city.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
25 minutes to go. Like I feel like we're in LA.
I haven't been here in months, and all of a sudden, every single street is just being torn up, like from the ground up.
It's a funny story, man. And that even goes to show the United States is so large. We have that different culture here.
Oh, it's insane.
In LA,
it's insane.
You gotta fucking go. You gotta fucking take your own shit.
You have to be there.
You gotta push.
Otherwise, you're not gonna be there.
Do whatever you gotta do to get in your lane. You gotta fucking be aggressive. Here, not so much, but you still got to be aggressive. It's still a big metropolitan area. You got to fight. Right. You got to fight your way. You got to be careful.
You got to get your space in. You got to watch. You got to see. You got to time it right.
However, my family lived in Louisville, and I went there, and I was driving. I was like my sophomore, junior year of college. The people there are so respectful in the way they drive. I was the asshole. My mom's like, you can't cut. You're cutting people off. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. They're like, no. Like,
I'm just driving, Mom.
Like
I'm just driving. Yeah.
People are so respectful. Like if someone's trying to take, you stop in dead traffic. And you hold up 5 cars so you can let one person go. And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
It's normal. And people are like they have a lot more hospitality. They have a lot more respect for each other.
Yeah.
When it comes to driving there.
Yeah.
And that's something that I didn't see until I had to go there.
And it's interesting that you mentioned like a difference within the same country. As far as driving, it was like just East Coast versus West Coast, like Southwest versus Southeast,
Coast,
like West Coast, Best Coast. But at the same time, like when I was driving, for instance, in Vietnam, that was an entirely different world that I was driving in. Like most people drive on motorbikes, and you can have anywhere from 1 to 6 people on the back of one bike, and just like the amount that you have to like maneuver with and how things go, it's just a really interesting experience.
I can imagine.
As far as that goes. And so it's funny to see how things like kind of carry over. It's like, oh, I've got room right here, I'll just stop, but I'm like in American traffic.
Yeah.
And it's like, normally I wouldn't want to do this, but I'm like, no, I know this is going to work. I know it's going to be fine. So I'm just going to do it. Yeah.
Well, we're kind of running short on time. We got about 10 minutes left, but let's
should we dive into
let's dive into the alter ego.
Other side.
That's what I'm saying. We got a lot to talk about, man. We can just keep going forever.
I can go for hours.
But we've done a good time, and like let's figure it out. So,
all right,
what are your 3 like drunk alter ego qualities?
The drunk alter ego qualities, just pretty reckless of what future Wilson is like thinking about. Pretty much just a big hellraiser. just like high energy is pretty much that one. Probably disregard for what Future Wilson is cooking up, as well as probably just going for it.
Just fucking
sending it. Just a full send. Just be like, yep, let's do it.
You don't really think too far into the future, huh?
Yeah, I think that's
it's a big trait.
Yeah, Drunk Wilson's problem.
So what else you got? So you don't really care about where you're going, about what's gonna. You don't really look too far into the future as far as consequences.
Let's have this beer now. Like, does that mean I'm going to be drunk later? All right, whatever. Maybe I'll have it now because I want it now.
So you already say you have an alter ego.
Yes, that's right. So this alter ego already has a name.
So you have So that's one. What are the other two qualities? And then give us your alter ego name.
Okay. So
I love it when people already have their names.
Yeah, kind of already worked it out. So I think another quality that would fall under this alter ego, besides the disregard for the future, would probably just be, I don't know. I think high energy. High energy is another one. So it's not just like I could be tired and not care.
Maybe a little annoying.
Maybe a little annoying. Yeah, okay.
High energy is a good word for annoying when we're all drunk.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm high energy, and most sober people are like, dude, you're being annoying.
Just stop. Just please stop. So I'll put that. I'll like package it in a nice way. So I'll put those two together. And then number 3, reckless. I think just reckless. Just
young and reckless.
Young and reckless. That's the way.
Jeez.
Done some foolish.
So what's the name?
So the name of my drunk alter ego is Dante. Dante's
Inferno.
That's exactly it, because he's a fucking hellraiser. He just like causes fucking problems. So you just fuck
shit up, and you're just kind of a dick to people, kind of mean, and you're just fucking shit up. You're raising hell.
Yeah, that's it.
And then. What do you have a good example of it? Of like a good story to like? Yeah. When did Dante come out? Because like I've known you for a while. There's a couple good stories, but usually what I've encountered of Dante, I've been busy, and like Dante's been like, oh, Dante's out later, Wilson, and then I'd like go do my own shit, and then I come back, you're asleep. Like,
yeah, and that's kind of like I think the best way.
You're a big sleeper.
It's the best way to like just go until I pass out. But I think the best example of Dante comes with my first time that we were in Vegas.
Okay.
And so on the way to Vegas, it's a bus from Tempe to Las Vegas to get to the hotel. I think we were staying at the Link that year. So it's a little bit of a bus ride to get there. And on the bus ride, it's high energy. People are feeling good. Like, it's early. Had maybe breakfast. I don't know. But, yeah, people just start having some drinks. Things go one way or another, and then all of a sudden I'm in Las Vegas, and I'm like, "Oh wow!" Now
I've done the same, man. The year after, I had a big duck that I had gotten the year before.
Oh shit! On the Sugar Factory.
Yeah, the Sugar Factory, and I filled it up with rum and Coke. I drank the whole thing before we even fucking made it past Phoenix. Next thing you know, I had puked all over myself, and I woke up next to my date, and she was like, "Dude, you okay?" And I was like, "Fuck, I'm done.
Not okay.
I'm done.
Not okay."
I'm done. So I blacked out, puked all over myself. This girl, if she was ever going to kiss me, is not doing it anymore. And she did not kiss me, ever.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Those things...
it's fair.
It's rough when you're covered in puke. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. So I get to that stage, and at the time I'm 21, so this is all perfectly legal. But I also have to
you and I both have never drank before 21.
No, absolutely not. Always following the law. And making sure, when we were there, to check into the Link, you had to have your room be under somebody whose name was 21. So basically, I was 21, so there was a room under my name for somebody like else, basically. So I go in, check in for them. They have to like walk me in, make sure that I hand, because I'm still like a little, I'm not all there at this point. And by the time I'm checked in, I'm like, hey, let me go check out this casino, because the lights are flashing, things are busy, it pulls you in.
Hey, a little blackjack,
exactly. Let me see what's going on over here. It's first time in Vegas. I'm excited.
I'm just like, hey, Jimmy, Mark, let's go play some fucking craps, dude.
Jimmy. Right. So I go in, check it out. And I don't go back to the bus. This is my fatal error. I don't go back to the bus. I continue to check out. the casino. And then all of a sudden, I realize that I'm in a little bit of a predicament because I'm starting to, I've had some water. I'm starting to relax, starting to feel fine again. And I realized that my phone is starting to be real low on battery, about 8% on battery. And I've got an iPhone 4. And so there's only a specific kind of charger.
What year is this?
2016.
You're an iPhone 4!
2015. Right. I will admit, I'll be the first one to admit I was behind the times. But that's what I had. It still worked. It was fine. Except in the case here, I had left my charger in my bag. My phone was dying. Everybody else has an iPhone 5 or 6. Nobody's got a charger for me, is the moral of the story. And I start to, I am lucky enough to run into Milo. And Milo, yeah.
Milo right. Steves, a.k.a.
So I run into him, and I'm just like, Milo, what is going on? I need a little bit of help, what's good. He finds out who my roommate is. I go up to my room.
Legend.
Right in there. Go into my room. Phone has died at this point. I'm like, all right, I made it. My date's there. I was like, hey, sorry, feeling good now. Did you manage to grab my bag? She's like, no, I didn't grab your bag. Bag is missing.
It's on the bus.
This is what I'm thinking. I've left my bag on the bus because I didn't go and get it. And so it's getting late in the night. I'm like, you know what? I'll just
I think I remember this faintly.
And just kind of forget about it. And then tomorrow, mission is find my bag. Wake up, getting ready, go around. People are going to the Pink Flamingo for the pool. So I'm like, perfect. That's why I'll meet up with people and see if they found this bag. Get the description, talk to people, everybody else. They're like, nope, sorry, haven't seen it. People are commenting Wilson, didn't you wear these clothes yesterday? It's yeah, Rachel, I did. Thanks. Thanks for reminding me. This is all I've got to wear. Cool. Just kind of
shut the fuck up, Becky. I know. Okay?
I got it.
I'm missing my fucking bag. Don't you think this is all I have?
This is all it is. I'm just looking for my bag. All right,
Wilson, chill, dude. It's my girlfriend.
Just
relax, dude. There's no reason.
You know how things go when you move. You know how it goes when you lose your bag.
Relax,
all right,
dude.
Phone is still dead.
Fucking take it easy.
I'm borrowing phones, trying to find out, get information where people are at. Have you seen my bag? Have you seen this? Run into a few people. Yeah, I think I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen that. Run into Crewman Acker, because at that time he was the vice president. I was like, yo,
baby,
what's good? Just explain the situation. Have you seen my bag? Short answer is no. My freshman year, lost my bag, and now I've never found it.
You never found it?
So this is what Crewman Acker's answer to me is. I was like, Kyle, have you seen my bag? No. My freshman year, I lost my bag, never found it. That is what he tells me.
He's like, yo, I did the same. Well, did you hear what happened to him, actually? He broke his leg.
No, first time to Vegas.
Was it him? It was either him or Pere. It might have been Pere, actually. It wasn't Kyle.
It might be.
Never mind. It was Pere. Pere fell down an escalator and broke his leg first year. Yeah, in Vegas.
Welcome to Vegas.
It happens.
Oh. It'd be like that.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, and I know, you just you're spacey.
You just get
you're spacey. You're high energy for a really long time, and then
all of a sudden you're just like, wait a second, where am I? And you start to realize the situation you put yourself into.
Yeah.
So, I'm still looking for my bag, and unfortunately, in pulling up no leads. Nobody's texting me back on other people's phones because we're in Vegas, and that's just if I was in Vegas and I might have a problem,
even gotten a message.
You might have, maybe.
Where the fuck is my bag?
Hey man, have you seen this bag?
Dude,
Ryan sent you a message looking for Wilson's bag. No, I'm not gonna respond for that. Yeah, sucks to suck. And so it starts to get later into the afternoon, and I realize that my chances of finding my bag are slowly decreasing.
Slim to none, baby.
Slim to none. And this night, the second night that we were in Vegas, French Montana is performing at the Marquee at the Cosmopolitan, and all I want to see is French Montana.
It's a strange thing.
I made sure to get the wristbands and I'm ready. I'm set. However,
just college, dude.
However, I don't have the attire. I don't have the button down. I don't have the long pants. I'm in t-shirt and shorts. What I rocked up to in Vegas. So I'm looking at this fuck. I'm losing time. I'm losing opportunity. This just isn't going to.
Borrowed someone for something.
This isn't going to happen. So I'm thinking about borrowing people, but I was just a little bit too prideful, you know? Like, you don't want to be like, hey, man, I got real fucked up, lost everything, can I borrow a shirt? Like,
I wouldn't give a fuck, dude. I mean, I personally, it's like, dude, you want to see French Montana?
you're gonna go see French Montana.
I would have given it like 3 hours if I couldn't find my bag. Gets lost.
Okay,
and I'm just like, I'm in Vegas. I'm gonna fucking chill out. Like, I'm gonna wear the same shit today. I'm gonna find someone tomorrow, wear a button up from, and I'm gonna live. It's only
I'm gonna ride this one out.
Just gonna ride it out.
Did not have that kind of forward thinking mentality at 21. We'll be honest. And just in kind of like struggling.
So like, your first 21 time.
First 21 in Vegas. Yeah, it was my first time in Vegas at all. Ever. Yeah. Shit. So I was just like, whoa, this is exciting. And I'm starting to get to that point where I'm just like, fuck, I'm not going to find this one. Like, day's over, like, whatever. What my date did bring back to the room was the cooler full of alcohol. So I grab a bottle of alcohol and I'm just like, you know what? Like, if I can't dress up, I might as well just have a good time in Vegas. So I'm drinking, I'm room hopping, I'm hanging with a few people, like this room, that one. Everybody's getting dressed up for the dinner that they're all having. And I'm just kind of like going around, seeing where people are at. And I go into Stormy's room. And I don't know if you were staying with Stormy, or Stormy might have been staying with Ryan.
Yeah.
But I come into his room. And I'm just like, yo, what's going on? And I look over to their pile of bags.
Oh, yeah, you were sleeping.
There is my bag.
I remember this.
I lose it.
I remember this. I was there. No, I was in the room.
That's what I thought.
I was in the room.
Yes. So you saw, like, I'm gone. Like, I'm ecstatic. My energy is right back.
I remember this. I was in the room.
100%. Like, I'm a kid on Christmas. Like, I'm jumping around. This is my bag. I asked Stormy.
I was in the room. I remember.
Yes. So the energy, yeah. I had a feeling that you were, like, involved in this and like you have seen this firsthand. But I remember looking at Stormy, I was like, Storm, how did this bag get in your room? And he just looks at me like, I don't know.
He was fucked up.
He was so fucked up.
All fucked up.
And at that point, I don't care. I don't need any information. I grab my bag, I run back to my room, I plug in my phone because it's been dead for like 36 hours, give or take. Put on nice clothes, like I'm showered up, like ready to go. Go down the strip, get to the Cosmopolitan, in line for the marquee. See the bouncer. I said, hey, ready to go see French Montana. He said, okay, cool. Where's your girl? And I'm just looking at him like, my date at this time is under 21, so she can't get into the venue regardless. And I'm just like, I don't have one. And he's like, all right, sorry, you can't come in. I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, fuck. Dog, like, my weekend has been absolutely a bender. I just need to see French Montana. And he's like, he does one of these. He like looks left, he looks right, and he says, all right, go wait in this line. I'm like, my man. So I go wait in this line, getting all excited. I'm a young guy in Vegas, first time, like
by himself,
doing the thing. And I'm looking at this line, back to front, and it's all dudes. There's 100% dudes in this line. And I'm realizing that this is the auxiliary line. That if this venue is not filled up, then these people get to go in. I'm one of them. And I'm looking at all these beautiful people passing by, like just free entrance, not waiting in line, just like go on. And I'm starting to think like, shit, like I'm not going to see French Montana. Like after all this, after all the hardship and trials, like it's just not going to happen. After a few minutes, I'm just sitting with this thought, and they open the rope, and I run in, and I'm psyched. I grab a beer from the bar, and I'm making my way through the crowd, just having a good old time. I think Chainsmokers or like Caked Up or like some DJ duo was there, and they were hyping up the crowd. They were throwing smoke and confetti on everybody, and before I know it, French Montana comes out, and I can literally put my entire hand on the stage. Like this is how far I was from seeing French Montana. He was like right in front of me. There was one other person in front of me in front of the stage. The lighting's perfect, the confetti's coming down, and it's just kind of hits that perfect like ending of a time in Vegas, like having that like roller coaster event, and just to end it there at like second row, French Montana it's something else. So it was really cool.
Man, that's a really, fucking.
That was my first time in Vegas.
That's a great story. Dante definitely fucking did it for you on that one.
Dante was a little hellraiser, and Wilson got himself out of that situation.
Definitely fucking did. Well, man, I'm super happy you came on the show. It was a great fucking time, and I'm really happy you got on, man. You came in and you hit me up. So
yeah, absolutely. Cheers to that one. Thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Good luck on your adventures.
Next one, same to you, Eddie. Alter Egos Podcast.